for the visit with the person of High Strangeness. A few weeks ago, we took you to the Apache reservation, and the opening shot today was, well, is Miss Cobb, Norina Cobb. She's the Apache woman that we had talked about at that time. That show was really well received, and so what happened is I have some neighborhood children that unfortunately have never been exposed to any cultures other than their own, and so I thought, well, how would I maybe do a little program for them? So I kind of put on my thinking hat and decided I had a lot of footage from previous programs. Now, the first clip that we're going to go to today was actually, I had permission to do this, and had permission to do that. And so you have never seen that one before, but you have some of the others. And what I'm trying to get across here, if I could, especially to the children in the neighborhood, and I hope that they are watching, that Native American legends speak of the world out of balance, and that we are now in the fourth age, because everything is done in a circular motion, so there's 4 quarters to everything. And we at the end quarter here. And we have been devouring the Earth's resources at an astronomical rate. We have annihilated 70% of the animal species and cut all the trees that we've shown you before. We have broken every natural law and spiritual law that was ever given to us. And Coyote speaks of the crazy times from the legends and prophecies of the Red Man. And that comes as an enlightening experience for our body, mind, and spirit. And so we're going to make this a spiritual show today, if we could, along with all the pros and cons, if I want to call it that. So I think without any delay, I'm going to go to the first insert that we have to give you a background of some of the teachings of philosophies of Native Americans, and then at another time we keep going. So we're going to start out with World Out of Balance, the fourth age, with George Amiotte. If we could dig up that clip and give you a general idea where I'm going with that. It's Coyote Speaks, and I'm going to show it to you in its entirety. Enjoy.
It is said that Coyote is God's dog. It is Coyote's mission on Earth to teach man about himself and his relationship to the natural and spiritual laws governing this three-dimensional plane we call Earth. Coyote speaks of these crazy times. From the legends and prophecies of the Red Man comes an enlightened experience for the body, the mind, and the spirit. Now we would like to introduce you to your guide and host on this journey, Coyote.
I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you the original story. I want to tell you the creation story about why man is here. This story comes from Coyote's legends, from Coyote's prophecies. It comes from the earth. It comes from the winds, and it comes from the fires, and it comes from the waters. In the beginning, the Great Mystery created this earth. He created this solar system. He took this blue marble in space and placed it close to the sun so that things could grow, could feel the warmth of the sun. And also the heat from the sun was also a signal, was a sign that there was an everlasting love within the solar system for this one planet. The Great Mystic created the earth, winds, fires, and waters. And he placed upon it the tree people, those creatures that fly, the four-legged, and those that swim in the waters. And he entrusted Coyote to be the guardian over all these animals. And they all lived in harmony, rhythm, balance, and knew of each other's strengths and powers. They understood each other. They understood their relationship to the earth. They understood their relationship to each other. They knew of giving away. They knew of the power of love and life and living in harmony within this creation. And the great mystery would manifest himself and come walk with the animals. And he was part of them. He was the leader of their family. And he gave them instincts so that they would automatically know what they are to do upon this plane of existence, on this earth, when they're born. And everything was in rhythm and balance. It was beautiful. The hawks and the eagles flew unmolested in the skies. The fishes and the whales, those creatures of the waters swam in the purity of that power. And everything was Beautiful. And the great mystery gave Coyote the guardianship over these creatures, over this plane of existence. It's Coyote's responsibility to watch, to listen, to feel, to remember, and to relay everything that was said by the animals, their feelings, their recommendations. So one day, the great mystery was walking with Coyote on a great beach. And he asked Coyote to say, "Is everything well here within the garden?" Coyote said, "Yes, great mystery. The place that we walk, the place that we talk, the place that we live is all well, it's beautiful." He said, "Except for one thing. When you come and spend time with us and then you leave, your presence is still here, but also at the same time you leave a void. You leave a void that causes us to feel emptiness in our heart, causes us to feel pain, and for a better word of it, we call it loneliness." So the great mystery says, "Well, Coyote, come up with an idea how we can remedy this. Talk to the animals, ask them." So Coyote did this. Coyote asked the animals, "What should we do to remedy this void that is with us after the great mystery leaves?" So all the animals, the winged ones, the elk, the deer, and the antelope, all made recommendations. And everybody agreed. They agreed that the great mystery should create a creature and endow that creature with semi-divine powers. Give this semi-divine creature control over the four powers that control this earth, this plane, the earth, the wind, the fire, the water. And the reasoning behind that was because if this creature could control these powers, then he would take these powers and make this place a better place to be. And he would be guardian over the animals. He would be guardian over the seas. He'd be guardian over the forests. He would be the overall lord of this land. So Coyote went to the Great Mystery and told him of what the animals wanted to do, what they wanted to create, what they wanted to be part of. So originally in the legends, it was the animals who asked for man to come here and take care of them, to be their protector, to be their guardian, to take care of the powers that they exist in, the earth, the wind, the fire, and the waters. That was the original plan. Thus, the Great Mystery created man and woman and placed them here. And he bestowed upon them the power of free will so that they could learn, so that they could understand these powers fully. Understand to master the earth, to take care of the earth and all that grows upon it. Understand the power of the winds, the fires, and the waters, and his relationship to the earth. So once this creature was created, and life was blown into him, and life was blown into her, Great Mystery spoke to Coyote. He said, now, Coyote, how will we watch man grow and develop if man is semi-divine and he has these powers, control over earth, wind, fire, water, and he has control over his free will, then might this creature hold power above wisdom, above his head? Might this creature take power into his heart before he takes wisdom into understanding? So Coyote said, yes, all these things are possible. But because the animals ask for this guardian, this Lord, to come into our environment to take care of us, let I, Coyote, will take full responsibility over man. I will be responsible for him understanding the natural, spiritual laws, teach him these things. So it was agreed between the Great Mystery and Coyote that there would be 4 ages that man would be tested to prove himself, to be master over the dominion. He'd have 4 ages to walk upon this earth. He would have 4 ages to learn and master all the mysteries placed here. All the mysteries that are hidden beneath the rocks, the streams. There's mysteries that were hidden in the wings of the butterfly. There were mysteries that were hidden in the shadows of little blades of grass. There were mysteries that were hid in the moon. And it was for man to find out these mysteries. It's for man to understand his relationship to this earth, to walk upon it in a sacred manner, to understand truly within his heart and his mind what the sacredness of this plane was. There was the rock age, there was the bow age, there was the fire age, and now the last age of man is here. It's called the pipe age. And this is the age where man will truly know himself because of the fact that he will be seeing the earth and the things that he has done to the earth in a fashion that He will feel pain. His children will feel pain. He will see the species of the animals disappear because of his actions. He will see the folly of the deforestation, cutting the trees down and not replacing them. He will see and feel the effects of his relationship to the earth by his actions, by the negative forces that are within himself, the emotional plane within his being, greed, loneliness, frustration, all these things he will feel. And if man becomes enlightened through his own actions, his own experiences, by overcoming the obstacles that have been placed before him, then he will grow and he will truly be the master of this plane. But if he doesn't, then we will pass on and will only be memories like written on a distant star that no longer exists within this universe. We have to take responsibility for ourselves. We have to take responsibility for our actions and our relationship with all about us. We have to take responsibility for owning and understanding power, understanding the earth, understanding the winds and the fires and the waters and the sacredness of this earth.
We honor all of our brothers and sisters of the four sacred colors, red, white, black, and yellow. For every day the sun rises, shining on us all equally, as a reminder from the Great Spirit that we were all created equal. We intend to continue to promote the understanding that we are all one on this sacred circle. This blue star we call Earth is here to support our aliveness. We are here to respect her and respect all life.
Come make it sacred and take our words back to the great mystery. I don't hear him. I can see the sentinel on the mountain. Only one. It should be many. And then the gathering of the eagles. I only count 3. There should be many.
If you go to my webpage, you can get more information on this video here. And again, George, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for being so gracious to allowing us to share this with the world. Now, I'm going to change the subject a little bit, but not really. Right after the earthquake in 2001, when I was house hunting, I had met a wonderful family called the Red Bears. And they came and we did a couple of shows, and they had brought with them a clip from the struggle that people are having on Big Mountain in Arizona on the Navajo reservation. And so we made that part of our show. So in the Red Bears, their name was, the lady's name is Lisana, and Cleophas was the father, and the little boy is Natchee. And so I thought here again to put a little educational spin on that for the children of my neighborhood. We're going to show you some of the other issues that Native Americans are dealing with. And Roberta Blackgoat, the woman you see talking there, in the meantime, she's not with us anymore. She passed away. And so part of that is in, she speaks Navajo or Hopi. I'm not really sure which one, but she is a resident. At that time, she was a resident of the Four Corners area. And some winged friends have joined us. We have birds outside on the ceiling, so when you can hear birds, that's what it is. That's what you hear. So we're going to go to our big mountain clip and play that in its entirety, the way we had showed it to you originally, back in 2001, not 19, 2001. So enjoy. Big Mountain, Arizona.
Well, my name's Roberta Blackgoat, and I've been living here in this area since 1983. It's where I was born and being raised here. And I've been told how to use this area to take care of it. We've been told that the Great Spirit had put us here in this Indian country. The whole country is being called Indian country because a lot of Indians being set here and there with their own language, by tribes. And this is the way we've been set here. In this way, I'm trying to prepare and have a lot of people to understand of what is going to happen later on. It seems like that we have been surveyed for us by the Great Spirit between the four sacred mountains. And right on the west side by San Francisco Peak should be an altar. And in this, the whole surveyed is inside is a room to a church. This is the way I understand, the way my great-grandparents has been teaching their children on the line by prayers and the song and the story. And they've been telling them what's going to happen in years by years. There's a lot of things going to happen along through life on our path, all the way for our young generations also. And in that way, I've been trying to have more a sacred prayer been going on for this what we've been facing for all these years. I needed to have more understanding and more understanding, for people are living by the tribes. They're all facing lot of trouble about the forest, the mountain, and the land, and what is being seen in the ground is the minerals. That's the only thing that they're trying to get it out. And the way the Great Spirit had told the nation that the land, the whole country is the Mother Earth, and it's going to be fed to the youngsters on through generation to generation. And this is by the prayers it should be kept on teaching the children years on and getting to more population to carry that on. But now it seems like it's not being understood, not being realized. And the Mother Earth, how could she feed us if she's in real pain later on? Of course, she's in pain right now, and now all this out of her body being dug out, and a lot of effects with the pollution, all the disease or whatever it's, the dust and the steam is causing a lot of illnesses. And this is what we need, to have it slowed down, have the government to understand that they're doing a lot of bad things to our country. And yet they're telling us that this is not your country, this is not your land. This is what I've been told, this is not your land. And this is where I'm born and being raised here. And yet, all my sweat and all the pee and all everything comes out to the Mother Earth. And now it says that it's not their land. And also our great, great, great ancestors at the beginning, they had to use this land. And yet, being born here and die on the land, and they're being buried here and there. And the bodies of our great ancestors had turned to soil, and this is the soil that we're walking on. And they shouldn't say that this is not our land. Our great, great, great ancestors at the very, very beginning, they've been turned, and the soil is the whole part of our great ancestors. And we needed to have that needed to have our land be free the way we wanted to have it used, so she can feed her children the way it's been feeding her children all for centuries. We wanted to get it back. If they wanted to keep on killing our Mother Earth, I've been saying that they should realize what they're doing. They need to have their heart to be touched. But the painful thing that they're doing to our Mother Earth. Seems like we had a surgery, a lot of what I had told you. And then they patched something of where it's been cut. Now the Mother Earth doesn't get any patch on the coal, uranium and oil drilling, all these things. Never had any patches. I don't believe it is, so she's really suffering. Everywhere there's a lot of mining with the minerals. And this is, all these minerals are being wanted. In that idea I have in me is what we have inside of us is what it is, the minerals that she lives on. Now they're just killing her. And they wanted to get more money. Even the money is part of her body. And so that means that they're really killing her. And so we are suffering of all this, the weariness that we have makes us get sick and die from what the weak, being weak on weariness about our Mother Earth. Well, one reason I said if they kept on working on our Mother Earth, trying to kill her, what's going to happen? All the equipments are made out of her body, and they turn it around and digging her. Even the axe and shovel, everything is out of our Mother Earth. And now they're just more sharpening and doing the work on her. So if I happen to have a holy ceremony, the ceremony night I'm having here, and the mine would be the going digging, it shouldn't be done there. The uranium mine is inside of this earth, the holy room, is what's going on. And this is what I really wanted to have the tough guys, the miners, and the government to sue the Creator who has set us here. Why He set us here? To take care of Mother Earth and how she could feed us, and why she has been doing that by the Great Spirit. Let them sue the Creator, that's what I've been saying. So I really like to have that, have them let them hear about that too. That's really important to me. They don't respect our sacred ways. We do the offering way outside. We walk to a place where we could offer some minerals like white shell, and abalone, and turquoise, and jet. And besides corn pollen and these other things, we offer a prayer to it. In order, if we needed to have rain, we go to the spring and we do the offering there. And these, they kept our springs now. And so we can offer much better way how it had been started. And so this is one main thing I've been saying, that they don't really respect our sacred ways. This has to be carried on to generation. It seems like it's still the path yet. Because in my tribe, they still carry that on. The prayer and the holy song. So that's the path. So we wanted to have our path be much safer than of what they're doing. I think this would be much a great understanding, and have people to help us some way to teach the government. And the miners also. And thank you.
And then Natchee, Kidida, Halit di kizana Natchee Washington ige halit di dorletse no di edi als nena Karl that's Kaya Kamta the White that's even initially no Washington kizana ige halit be stato nisi in Kanta the White Kaya the Alon that's has taken Yata that's no not that
Can't walk it. Can't say. You got cut out the yak on Trago. Cock egg out the dog, Natchee, added the house of Ben, Habakata is seeds as a done. A call. A condal Bash network. I say, none, I couldn't see. The 75-year lease at Mingates of Nanny's a crate. Yeah, I didn't get those in that crate, the woman. Go home and button down. She's a car or what moving in her then I didn't feel anything her the passy. June like I thought that now the last so I got on her rubber can the her rados I think I had the husband I hit that. I got out as I couldn't in her on his in ad. Yen dance in the home. I call she's her named in her other behos at the bed. Then dance the feet like her talker her name. Don't cut out, and I don't need leader long hands. I kiss. Knit Niet oud-lang, gaan zien, ja, we needed to carry them on. Ik in Nederland zien God, ik ga niet ook mijn hart niet bezitten. Ja, dan daar kwijt de beste steden hier zo te zien, dat belachelijk zijn dat ze niet. So the Navajo can't go and I'm go as oh no, I also do. This neighbors that like and so the walk that open laugh when you are it. And the Lonely Ingot. I could in that I would end the dog. Då was mitt lite lätt omläsa lite mycket. Så hade jag sidan Eliana vid belastlös andra ja. Jag kunde inte att läsa och vilken lite. Jag kunde inte läsa att hon hittade mig utan. Han har snart bättre ni kan naturligtvis. Det är inte doktor. Robert Egot.
So yes, we do need support on the land because of what's our situation here. People looking at me for directions or for me to see how we're going to go about our situation here. And with that, people that are non-signers, resistors are looking for help. Because we don't get any kind of outside support or anything like that. So it's just pretty much a few of the families that even just like across, other families that we don't. Like come by how she's doing anything like that. So with that, it's just people that come here and try to carry that on and help them with their daily chores and things like that. So kind of comparing it to what's going on in what's that war going on in Yugoslavia and that area, Bosnia. How there being genocides taking place over there with the ethnic cleansing. And it's kind of similar the same way that it's being worked towards us out here. But more in a different way. It's kind of like it's the same. But yet at the same time, they're sending our young men to go to war. And we're, you know, this is where the war is. It's already going on. But at the same time, sending our young people over there. So, with that, you know, it's our situation out here. And, the hardship that everybody's going through here. And yes, the presence on the land, you know, like I said, we do support out here. Pretty much presence on the land.
Actually, a lot has happened since that was first filmed. I've been there twice since then. To give you a little background, the Hopi people are not landowners. They say that they are the stewards, earth stewards, so therefore they cannot sign away land that they only take care of and maintain. Now some of the Navajos since then have been relocated onto the west of the reservation, and that created some friction amongst them because they were given housing and everything in exchange for them having to vacate. And it's really kind of sad because you can listen to everybody from different angles, and each one of them has a different reason for doing what they are doing. And now Roberta, like I said, is no longer with us, and she but that was her life's work, to make people aware of the things that's happening. I go to the Navajo reservation every year, and I like to tell you that the water still tastes like turpentine and oil, and nothing ever seems to change. And that's Frank Brown and myself over here behind me. And so whether this crisis is over or not, they're always in need for help from you and anyone else, and they are just wonderful people. And back to the children of the neighborhood, go to their website. You can learn a whole lot about what's going on in the world. Now, the next clip we're going to, I want to say one more thing. When you have a storyteller, it's very hard to do an interview because you cannot interrupt storytellers. And I have a great interview with Little Joe Coyote. No, I'm sorry, Joe Little Coyote from the Cheyenne Reservation. And you can go to my webpage. The audio part is on there. And so it's very hard to do an interview because you're not supposed to interrupt the storyteller. So the next thing we're going to go to is Lisanna and Natchee, Red Bear. They're going to make some bread for you and kind of cheer things up a little bit and show some of the cultural things that we can do and share with you. And that clip had been brought to us by Lisanna Red Bear when they did our show back in 2001, right about the same time. So when we get to that, you can sort of enjoy Natchee and his mom baking ceremonial bread. There it is today. Does it have any sound in it?
Grandma, I remember the sweet smell of tobacco burning in your home. I would walk through the smoky clouds that swirled around me in the rays of the sun. In the days when my braids were so long, I pulled my hair when I sat down. I asked Mama, teach me how to make tortillas, even before I could reach the kitchen table. I would kneel on a chair, my hands small compared to the bowl and the big pile of flour before me. I remember chipped red fingernail polish on my fingertips and a big ball of masa in my hands, to be kneaded and brought into life to carry our life. Grandma, the smell of your tortillas cooking on the sartén would make my lips moist with anticipation. How I couldn't wait to sink my teeth in those thick tortillas you made. Grandma, I remember I'd scoop up as much chili molido as a tortilla could hold and carefully put it to my mouth without dripping a drop. I'd smile, a grin from ear to ear that showed all of my child's teeth as the tortilla and chili melted in my mouth. So sabrosa. Oh, my grandmothers, I hold on to the seeds of your essence, your spirit, your head held firm, hands on your hips, fire in your gaze. In the face of their attempts to make us forget who we are, Grandma, I hold on to the seeds. We have a place we belong. Way hey 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 yahoo. We have a place we belong. Way hey 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 yahoo. Where our grandmothers sing their songs. They smile and plant their corn seeds in the earth. They sing a prayer for the seed and the red sand. We have a place we belong, where the earth hears our songs. Way hey 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 yahoo. We have a place we belong. Way hey 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 yahoo. Where our grandmothers sing their songs. We have a place we belong.
There's like this, see? Just, and then grab it and pinch it off. Pinch it off. Grab it and pinch it off. Pinch it off. There you go.
That's a big piece, huh?
Yeah. Then see how it's a little ball? Then on the one side, you stick your fingers in. And not that hard, just gently, like. Real gently, because you gotta feel the masa feels like a little soft.
Like this. And you take it in like this. See, Mom?
But I start out with this, and then I start with my hands, and I make it flat. See how I'm making it flat? See me? I do a lot with my hands before I ever start to roll. And a long time ago, they used to do it all with their hands, pull them out.
This one first.
Okay, that one's a good one.
That one's for Guamita Macias. I love making tortillas. I could make it all night. And beans, too.
Grandmas, we remember you all, and we will carry on your spirit. We carry our seeds to the future.
How many grandmas I love her.
El mundo estará muy lleno de amores y de querencia, pero pa' mí hay uno solo.
Look at them tortillas.
Que da luz a mi
This ain't no Lynn Wilson stuff.
rete bonito, brillante como un lucero.
Dame tortilla. Dame tortilla. Dame tortilla. Dame tortilla para vida.
Dame tortilla. Dame tortilla. Dame tortilla. Dame tortilla. Dame tortilla.
Cariño, mi cariñito, porque te quiero, porque eres mi amor bonito. Tu amor es rete bonito, radiante como una estrella, que pensando en tu cariño se acaban todas mis penas. Doy gracias a mi Diosito por lo bueno que es conmigo, que siempre oye mis plegarias a todo lo que le pido. El mundo estará muy lleno de amores y de querencia, pero pa' mí hay uno solo que da luz a mi existencia. Mi amor es rete bonito, brillante como un lucero, que en las tristezas de mi alma me alegra.
You know, it's been a few years since we first aired that, so I would think Natchee is probably a teenager by now. The wonderful thing is when we've been doing this for 5 years, and I'm in a position now where I can take bits and pieces of some of the people and some of the things that we presented to you. We can actually put it in a storyline the way that we need it. And so I think today I hope we kind of rounded it up for you a little bit. We had, we talked about the creation, we talked about the genocide.